morning! Welcome to my tube. My name's Marge. I'm a Hilka empath, and I just like doing these little talks on how I feel about things. I wanted to do it early today before the workers show up on the neighbor's roof, because they're no BS, no exaggeration. I look out my window, they're there like 20 feet from me. So, I'm closing up shop. I'm going within. And as the day progresses, I'll probably go do laundry. So, it's on the list of things to do because it's about to be Virgo season, and I feel all Virgo-y. I feel like I need to make lists, check things off my list, then I forget to make the list. It's all so much. Anyway, the thing I wanted to talk about today, it's been on my mind, and I've been, meaning to for a while, and I just keep forgetting, because something else, it ain't divine, it's all divine time, and it wasn't in its divine time. So anyway, what I want to talk about is when our blessings spoil us. There's this weird thing that happens. I don't know why it is, but ever since I was a little girl, when I sneeze, people don't bless me. It's just, I'm not going to get into it. It's just, I don't get blessed when I sneeze. All the way up into adulthood. I'm talking more often than not. I'm talking when someone does bless me, I'm like, wow, thanks. Thank you. Because it just rarely happens, okay? And the way I look at it is because people are different vibrations and frequencies, just like on the radio. And where I sit, not a lot of people are tuned into me. So there's a thing that people, like, you ain't on the same vibe. People literally freaking ignore you, don't see you, acknowledge you, don't call it what you want. You just don't vibe on the same frequency, So, it just didn't happen a lot. I continue to do it. It's a practice I've always done. Bless you. God bless you. And then it kind of turned into bless you by whatever you believe in. Because not everybody believes in God. So, bless you by my dog in heaven. Whatever, just because from what I understand is the reason I haven't looked into this as like an adult since the interweb, because a lot of this stuff I get is like, recall stories, like real life stuff, books, not like a book that's real life. I kind of have a hard time with books, because usually people get their information from books, from other books that get information from books. So if books are just collected from information from other books, I don't know, that's why I do video. I just talk about my life experience here, and I don't have to worry about the grammar as much. Punctuation, structure, all that Virgo stuff that ain't in line with my natural state. So, I haven't looked at it, the reasons why, but as I recall, there's this storyline that I was told that the reason why people say bless you is because your heart stops for a second, because you can't sneeze, and there's a glitch in the something that you can't sneeze, and your heart stops while you sneeze or something, and so that's why you say bless you, is why your heart isn't beating, that it'll start again or something like that. It's a nice story. Why not? Nothing can be 100% verified as true or false anyway. And I can argue that with anything, really. Anyway, so, but I never got blessed a lot. But and then as I got older, there's this, I always went to these places where they said things like, it's better to try to understand other people than to get them to try to understand you. Well, this is like in my fiber of my being, my soul, of my spirit, of its hurts that it's gone through, and its pains that it's trying to heal through this human incarnation of just, being validated, just being treated as good as everyone else. I think, it's just everyone wants to be treated decently, just, acknowledge when you sneeze, And what happens is, I think all those people that got blessed, from all these allergies that they've had, I don't mean to offend anybody here. I just do it naturally, you know, because I say things and people get offended, you know. And so I should just preface every video with I make everything awkward, but I don't. People find out. It's why my subscribers are so low, and I've been around for 2 years. I'm Heyoka. I trigger people. It's what I do. Who wants to be triggered? People who want to grow. Who wants to grow? People who watch my videos. Those are the people that I see as like-minded. People want to grow like me. We're all just trying to get by. Anyway, my blessings used to spoil me, though. You know what? Because I earned them. You know, people told me I gotta go get, you know, go get a college. I gotta be a upstanding social. I gotta do this, and I gotta pay my taxes, and I gotta vote for things that neither of them are for me, but I gotta vote because that's what people do. You vote, and then you pay your taxes, and then you go to work, and then, you know, sometimes people, if depending on who you are and how popular you are, is how much money you make, and then if you make a lot of money, you can go wherever you want, do whatever you want, and this is life, right? And so they you know, they created their manifestations, right? So the thing, my freaking key, because I'm huge on balance. I'm always talking about balance of how blessings spoil is somebody's physical well-being. You know, when I see somebody, oh, your blessing spoiled you. You know, and what happens is people get spoiled rotten. They ain't into what I'm into. They ain't. You know, they might see it and become into it, but at that point, if I could size somebody up in their physical well-being, you know, I can see if we're in alignment or not. And so, like, freaking 99% of the population of the world and me ain't in alignment, because, you know, if me and the world were in alignment, the world would be a lot more about, like, how I think about, you know what I mean? People would care more about people than money. It's not happening yet. Maybe it will happen, but it's not happening yet. You know, people will care more about justice than money. That's not happening yet. It's starting to, because the astrology is making it happen. But still, people have free choice and free will. And everything that we do in our life today can be traced to all the way back, our timeline, all the way back from our spirit, not even in this incarnation, but before we die, you know, we just all kind of pass back, go through incarnation after incarnation, and we're all, at some point, sister, mother, aunt, daughter, uncle, son, father, nephew, we're all different, we're all become incarnated as everything at some point, so we know what it feels like to be them, but then when we're born and then we forget. Yeah. And then people start chasing sensations, because, you know, when our blessings spoil us, you know, at the other side of the imbalance of the blessings is when people see, the thing is when they withhold from themselves so much, it's to their detriment, that they neglect themselves with certain things, right? That's the opposite side of when blessings spoil. When you don't allow yourself to have any because you don't think that you're worthy of that vibrational frequency of joy, right? For whatever reason, whatever your psychology dictates, huh, you butts. And so the balance of that is discipline. You got to come in the middle, you know. I love pie. I haven't had any good pie in a long time. I love baking. I love food. I love, you know, I used to go and get freaking down to a restaurant in Omaha, Block 16, one of my favorite restaurants, and God, their freaking food was some of their food was so good that I would just sit there and close my eyes and just bounce and just experience all the flavors in my mouth, you know? It's like a freaking, and I don't have to eat, and it's been 3 years. I've been there 3 years now. And it's been a drop in the bucket. Time's so weird. But because I've had that, I can remember it, recall how good it tastes, and then remember how good it feels and how good it tastes, and I don't have to eat it every day because my body remembers, my mouth remembers, and I could probably make something similar to it, I could do that myself, but sometimes it's just nicer when somebody else makes it for you. Anyway, so you have when blessings spoil, and that is my talk for today. I just am not all awake yet. I haven't had it's like 6:40. I've been up since about 4:30, and I'm trying to enjoy my quiet time now before it gets loud. So, let's see. So if you wonder about it, people, because when I think about spoil, I think about spoiled, rotten kids and how they're not fun to play with because they just change the rules all the time, and it's just not fun. I like playing with balanced people. I like hanging out with balanced people, talking with balanced people, and it's kind of one of the reasons why I do these videos in hopes to find more. So I hope you all have a rad day. Peace.